We continue at this Fazza Powerlifting World Cup in Dubai. The draw for the referees coming now for this women's 67 kilo competition, and it's Chiara Ciafrelli of Italy, Ahmed Al Hamadi of the United Arab Emirates, Mohammed Al Kersh of Yemen, and the technical controller is Natalia Sky of Kazakhstan. So we've got 8 coming here, including the great Amalia Perez. Going all the way up to 132. And this is the last competition of the day. It is the 7th weight division to be decided. And here are our competitors. You're being introduced to one by one. Berta Fernandez, the America's record holder, on 123, edged past a certain somebody. You look at the names and the records at this weight division. Tan Yu Zhao with the world record set in Jakarta at the last Asian Games, 140 and a half. That was 4 years ago now. Fatma Omar of Egypt, the African record holder, in 135. Berta Fernandez, the America's record holder, broken in St. Louis this year, with her great glory in that and the America's Championship. The Asian record obviously is Tan Yu Zhao as well, it being the world record. And who have we forgotten? Well, Europe. Keda Beryeva of Russia, set 3 years ago. So we have 8 in this, and expect the usual high standards and thrilling competition. So here we go, we are away and ready, and for the United Arab Emirates it is Haifa Al Nakbi, and she is going for 84. We were due to see her a little later on, actually, to be honest with you, as there were a couple who were going to go for 83, and they've obviously decided they want to go a little bit higher up. So Haifa Al Nakbi of the United Arab Emirates coming now, and she is aiming for 84, which was her original target. Well, she's 41 now, Haifa. Just trying to get herself well settled and into position. Haifa Al Nakbi, who rattled up 5th place in the Asia Oceania Championships, and she finished there in terms of the total lift also. In the 67 kilo final there in Pyeongtaek. The Asia Oceania and Asian Games bronze medalist previously, bronze in the last 2 Asian Games. Bronze in 2018 as well. Well, she's been a high finisher in so many major championships down through the years, particularly in an Asian point of view. And she lifts 84. That is a good lift for Al Nakbi, and she is out in front. Well, fabulous lift by Haifa, and for the host nation, the United Arab Emirates, that is a very good way to start this competition. Very encouraging. West Asian Games silver medalist she was as well back in 2019, and lives in Corfacan as well now. Adel Wish has been her coach for a good bit. So next, Patricia Nyameke of Ghana. Originally was looking at 83. Next gen competitor. So some records that she's looking out for, and really impressively finished in 5th place in the Asia Oceania in the in the African Championships. I've just taken up Ghana and stuck in another continent. The African Championships she did so well in. As a next gen athlete, and how well can she do here? 85. She's got it, and she leads. And remember, she's got her own set of medals to go for as well in the next gen, so she has succeeded. Very, very good lift by Patricia Nyameke. Joan and Joy of Kenya. This to put her up into 2nd position, again aiming for 85. Well, this will put her into the lead actually, let's be honest. Joan and Joy, who finished in 6th place in her debut championship, like Nyameke. A big debut as it was at the African Championships a few weeks ago in Cairo. So Joan for a share of the lead on 85, and that too is a good lift. 2 out of 3 in her favour. Well, that's brilliant from Joan and Joy of Kenya, and she is so keen. That's a great result. Well, we've seen a great start from names which are, a couple of names which are reasonably new, and the last 2 who we have only previously seen in the African Championships that happened at the end of October have come along and have been good. Zara Al Abaidi is up now for Iraq. A reminder that they did not compete in the Asia Oceania Championships, and so as a result she competed in the African Open Championships for Iraq and finished 4th in those a few weeks ago. th in the World Championships last year in Tbilisi. Hannah Ganim has been her coach. Well, here she comes. Coming through strongly, this for the lead for Iraq, and that is a good lift at 96. Excellent lift from Zara Al-Abaidi. Well, that's excellent lifting from Al-Abaidi, and she goes in front. And that was really, really impressive piece of lifting to put her back out in front again. It's only in the last year or so that we've seen her make her big debut in a global or a continental championship. Obviously, she was the West Asian Games silver medalist back in 2019 and was so close to medal in the African Open Championships a few weeks ago in 4th place as an open athlete. 4 down, 4 to go. Ana Lucia Pinto for Colombia is the next to come. The silver medalist behind Berta Fernandez in this discipline at this year's American Championships. It was a 1-2 for Colombia. And look where she is, in 8th place in terms of the race to Paris, and she is aiming for 110 here, which is one off her current best. Ana Lucia Pinto, America's bronze in 2018, silver in 2022, and she's another of the great generation that's come through in Colombia in the past couple of years and in the northern reaches of South America, and she clears 110. That's superb from Ana Lucia Pinto, and she is our new leader. Well finished, and you remember she finished 8th in the World Championships last year, and team bronze, Colombian champion of 2018. For Brazil, Maria Costa de Castro. She has seen what's gone on. She is the 3rd last to go, and she's going for 112 here. She's another of those to have broken through very recently from a Brazil point of view. And here she comes now. Now, how's she done there? That is no lift for Maria Costa de Castro in her international debut. Denied at 112. It's the two side referees who voted her down, and the centre referee had voted her up. But she is, on this occasion, not successful. Two to go. Oh, I think she's ready. Jefferson's made sure of that. The Colombian national coach, who's moved over from Brazil in the past year. The reigning Americas and Pan Am champion, Berta Fernandez. South American Games champion in 2014, the Colombian champion 2019, based in Medellin. We did see her break into the world scene in 2019, where she finished 9th in the World Championships, and she's discovered powerlifting through her neighbours. Valle de Cauce is her club. Now here she is as the Americas and Pan Am champ. She's in. And this for the lead. Strong lift. I think her coach Jefferson is satisfied with 118, and why wouldn't he be? Because that is a blinding lift. Leads by 8. Berta Fernandez gets it. She leads on the brink of big stuff. And that leaves just one competitor to come. And what a competitor. Amalia Perez of Mexico, the four-time Paralympic, four-time world, four-time Pan American, three-time America's champion. Gold again in St. Louis, of course, because that's what she does. The reigning America's Pan Am, World and Paralympic champion. An unstoppable force. This for 122, which is 1 kilo away from Berta Fernandez's recent America's record. This is for a Legends American record. And they don't come more legendary than her. Amalia Perez, as we've said before, she's won 4 Para-Pan Am titles. There's only been Para-Powerlifting at 4 of those championships. There's only been 4 Para-Pan Am games. We've had 3 America's championships. She's won gold at all of them, so she has won gold at every championship for the Americas that has ever been held. She is some operator. She is some champion. She is some legend. She is some leader. 122, and that is 1 kilo off the world record. The Legends World Record of Fatma Omar, 1 kilo off the America's record, full stop, of Bertha Fernandez. And there's only one place to go from here. She's unreal. Gold at the last 4 Paralympic Games, going back to Beijing. And before that, a couple of silvers. Everything about her is just great. She's been winning major titles since the 1998 World Championships here in Dubai. The queen of powerlifting. So we go into round 2. And the return of Jonan Jue of Kenya. Lifted 85 in the previous round, and this going for 88. So Jonan Jue, the 6th placer in the African Championships in Cairo at the end of October. Here she comes, going for 88. It'll help her in terms of the total lift, definitely. That is taking a bit of a detour. That was swinging to her left, our right, and that as a result is no lift. It's 2 and against. And she misses out at 88. Possibilities for her, but just not her lift. And it was only 2-1, not 3-0 against. But that was just not turning into an even press, and the control had been lost on that press. So now, Ghana. Patricia Nyameki, 85 achieved last time, and being helped in by Prince Jakob. Here she comes, looking for chance to climb up the table. At the moment, bronze is 110 for Ana Pinto, and of those who've missed out, it's really only, I think, Maria Costa Castro of Brazil who would have a prospect of moving up, but this is for 90, and obviously there's good chances in terms of the total lift as well, so we'll see. It's just past 6:30 in the evening, Dubai time. The sun has set for the past hour or so, and it happens very quickly here. And no crescent moon here at the moment. We've a half moon, and the way it is in this part of the world, it's almost as if the moon is on its side. So Nyameki for 90. Well, that's a strong push-up. I like the look of that. Yes, it's 2-1 in her favour, and that is really good. 175 is her total lift now. She leads in terms of the total lift. She's the first to get her first 2 lifts in. Well, that's good. Just a quick point in terms of the Paralympic Games, the total lift, the newly introduced set of medals, that will not apply. Only in championships and World Cups and elsewhere, but not at the Paralympic Games. So for the United Arab Emirates, Haitha Al Nakbi, who cleared 84 in the opening round, is going now for 91. And this again would obviously put her in top spot in terms of the total lift, as we saw her being the first to lift in the opening round. And now she's decided to go a decent bit heavier. .91 for Al Nakbi. She's medalled at the last two Asian Games. Bronze in 2014 and 2018. She's starting quickly. She's proven herself to be keen. She's usually good. And here she comes again with a lift for 91, and that's a good lift. 3 white lights for Haitha Al Nakbi. She now leads in terms of the total lift. Excellently done. And Al Nakbi out in front for the UAE. 175 her total lift. Well, she's performing ace today. This is very good news for the host nation, but she'd have to break into 3 figures in order to have a chance of the medals. Best medal prospects coming in the total lift then. Next to go for Iraq, Sara Al-Abaidi. She got 96 in the opening round, and this is for 99, and she would stay in 4th position, but just outside the medals. Just to add 3 to her previous mark. West Asian Games silver in 2019 and 4th in those African Open Championships in Cairo a few weeks ago. Not very far away from a medal in that. Finished on 98 there. She started on 90, went to 95 and 98. There was only 1 miss in the entire competition out of 7 competitors. Jonan Jouet had missed her middle attempt, so as a result of that, Al Abaidi, who otherwise might have been expected to possibly have a good chance in the total lift, finished 4th in everything. 98 was her best in the 3rd and final round in Cairo, and she was 9 kilos off the medals as Kihan Abdulaziz of Egypt took the bronze. See, that is a big gap between the top 3 and the rest, and only Costa of Brazil has got a prospect of getting close. She went for 112 in the first round, didn't get it. The only miss so far. That's a lot of dust rising as well. Nakbi, Al-Baidi coming up for 99, Zara Al-Abaidi. That is a good lift as well. 3 out of 3 for Iraq, and that gives her the lead in terms of the total lift. Well, she's doing all she can at the moment to try and get close in terms of the medals. Her best chance coming in the total lift, obviously. But the 23-year-old, well, she's making a lot work her way. 4 down, 4 to go in this middle round. Maria Costa. Maria De Fatima Costa de Castro going for 112 in the previous round. It didn't get it. And this to try and get herself up into the medals for now. If she'd been successful, would be in the bronze medal position now. She's staying at 112. This would still get her into bronze for the time being, but with still 3 to go at this stage of the competition. International debut, 112, aiming for a lifetime best. Wow, she's pushing that one through. It looks a bit better than the last one, and there's a reason for that, because it is a good lift. 2-1 in her favour. The two side referees have given that, and she goes up into the bronze medal position, 2 clear of Ana Lucia Pinto. Excellently done, and that's what she was looking to achieve last time. It's nicely put away by an athlete we're seeing for the first time here. As we progress onwards, 2 for Colombia, 1 for Mexico, and some big names. Some big medal winners already this year in terms of the America's Championships coming up. Ana Lucia Pinto, 110 already achieved. $115 she's going for then, and this once more would put her into the lead in terms of the total lift and put her back into bronze in terms of the main one. Look at where she is. She would go joint fourth along with Lucia Shuriklava of Ukraine in terms of the race to Paris. Boy, she's spruced up for it, pumped up for it. She would still be 3 behind her teammate Berta Fernandez, the America's champion. Lucia Pinto finishing 2nd behind her in St. Louis, in Chesterfield. As Berta Fernandez lifted 123, Ana Lucia Pinto 111, and Amalia Perez in the weight division down lifted 132. Just remember that for a moment. Ana Pinto, 115. That is no lift, all 3 against, and it's on the press sequence. Stays on 110, stays in 4th. So a couple of big lifts coming. It is a big America's joust. Berta Fernandez holds the America's record that she set in July in St. Louis. That was 123. This is 123. To match her America's record. This to go into the gold medal position above Amalia Perez. Berta Fernandez had broken the record of Mariana D'Andrea of 122 to go to 123 in St. Louis, and this to do it again. For the Americas record, here comes Berta Fernandez. She's punched through, she got it raised. And that's a good lift. 3 white lights for Berta Fernandez. She ties her Americas record from July. That was brilliant. That was a lot of pressure as well, and there was a threat that she'd get stuck along the way, but Jefferson, her coach, happy that she was able to follow through in it, and she did. That didn't drop. She was able to continue the lift, and now a woman looking to beat it. And should she do so, this would be a new America's record, and it would be a new Legends World record. She's adding a lot to it. This is for 128. It's Amalia Perez for Mexico. She went beyond this, you remember, in the 61 kilo final in St. Louis. Went to 132 in claiming the 61 kilo gold. A tremendous amount of titles claimed. And she is a legend in her own right. There's also the silver in the team competition. So this for the America's record, for the Legends American record, for the Legends World record. That is some set. For 128. And for the lead, and a massive lead. I make it 16 continental crowns. She's 16 crowns in total in major competitions she's claimed. That includes gold at the Asia Oceania Open Championships in Kitakyushu in 2018. She's won everything. Aiming for another America's record, 128. It's up there. And she has done it. 3 white lights for Amalia Perez. It's an America's record. It is a Legends World record, and she goes into the gold medal position in everything. Amalia Perez does it again and again and again. The last 4 Paralympic golds have been hers. 4 world titles since 1998 have been hers. All of the Para-Pan Am golds have been hers. All of the America's golds have been hers. And this record is hers. And it almost feels as if she could go to any weight division she wanted to and just grab the records, all the titles. What a campaigner. Still going strong. Literally strong at the age of 49. Faultless. We go into the final round then, and here comes Joan and Jue, who got 85 in the opening round and missed out 88 in the second round, and going for 90 now, so she's staying in the path. And this would see her come up into, I would make a joint 7th alongside Patricia Naimeke of Ghana. For Kenya, with a very good performance and finishing 6th in the African Championships in Cairo a few weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. David Wahore, her coach, has already seen Rehab Gare take a very good bronze medal in the 45 kilo final. So this for 90 after missing at 88. She would keep on her path, and she has got that lifted. And is it clean? No, 2-1 against. And she is denied, and she stays in the end on 85. That's her best lift, and that is her total lift as well. That's unfortunate for Joan. She had been very, very hopeful, but just couldn't quite get this one over the line, and she did have it raised, and well, you see it wasn't the most precise of stop sequences, really. So now for the United Arab Emirates, Haifa Al Nakbi, who has cleared 84 and cleared 91, and now she comes through on the board again for 94. And this would be quite helpful in terms of the total lift as well. First medals coming in the 2014 Asian Games. That was bronze. The 2015 Asian Championships, as it then was, in Almaty, it was 2015, and the same year bronze in the European Open Championships in Eger in Hungary. And continuously successful since then. So 94, she would stay where she is, but this to more or less defend the position in 6th place. A very happy coach, and with very good reason. It's a good lift 3. White lights for Haifa Al Nakbi, and she goes to 94. She's got all 3 in as well, and that is heading for around 270 in terms of a total lift. 269. That sets the standard, and it's a very good standard. So we go to Ghana now, and Patricia Naimeke is going for a bit of a leap up here. She is, remember, a next-gen athlete. She holds the next-gen African record, which she set at the African Championships in Cairo back in October. Patricia Naimeke going for 95 here for a new next-gen African record, and also would have a significant rise in terms of the total lift to go to 280. Well, here she comes for a new next-gen African record. She has got it raised up at 95. And the chest sequence I was wondering about, the press sequence, she's been voted down on by the referees, and she misses out at 95, so the record does not come. And she finishes with a lift of 90, so she doesn't rise any higher. She stays in 7th position, and her total lift is 175. That's certainly a bit of a pity for the 19-year-old. She only turned 19 a fortnight back in November the 22nd. Zara Al-Abaidi of Iraq going for 102, which would be a nice barrier to break through today. And once more, she has got her first 2 lifts in. Our leader in terms of the total lift with 269 is Haifel Nakbi. Then, because of those 2 successful lifts at an alarming rate, it's 250 for Amalia Perez, with the new America's record secured, and 241 for Berta Fernandez, who tied her own America's record earlier. $102 for Al-Abaidi. Well, looking for a big breakthrough. Still a little bit of time on her side, and she can go for it now. Still 20 seconds when the lift can begin, and that is just a bridge too far. Zara Al-Abaidi misses out. She couldn't get that raised. 195 is what her total lift is. She finishes and stalls at 99 in terms of her best lift. We've had only 1 successful lift so far in this final round. That was not going to go all the way. Four to go, and they all have conditions for a medal. For Brazil, Maria Costa de Castro. This is for 116, and this to leap up into the bronze medal position above Ana Pinto of Colombia. Missed her first attempt at 112, then got it the second time around. And in terms of the total lift, that will not get her into the top 3 anyway, because Amalia Perez and Berta Fernandez already have way in advance of that with their 2 lifts. This go up, another 4. Well, she's got that raised as well. It's 2-1 against. Press sequence from the 2 referees. She doesn't get it. She stays in the bronze medal position, but there is a risk of being overtaken. And it could, again, as it was in St. Louis, be 2 Colombians on this podium. The same 2 Colombians. 3 to go. The woman in 4th position is Ana Pinto of Colombia, having lifted 110 in the opening round, missed 115 in the second. Pressure. Challenging that previous lift, I can tell you, from Maria Costa, and it's been rejected. So as you were, Ana Pinto coming up.
Should the challenge be successful, it will be a good lift. Should the challenge not be successful, it will be a press sequence.
Well, she's waiting for the clock to start. That lift challenge publicly is being verified now. We actually saw the caption come up. Remember, the jury vote at the time, and they voted at the time that it was rejected, and we saw that come up on screen about 40 seconds ago. Just took a bit of time for that information to squeeze out elsewhere. So 3 to go. Ana Pinto of Colombia, this to climb up into the bronze medal position again to get above Maria Castro, who's currently lying in 3rd herself for Brazil. A very impressive international debut.
So the lift challenge has been rejected. Body position stop sequence for Colombia's.
Well, it's funny, I was talking about the stop sequence there, and as we are hearing, it is the stop sequence that the jury voted down on. Remember, the members of the jury are voting as the lift is happening. They're not watching it back. They're not judging it again with the knowledge that it's already been turned down. So the referees said it was 2-1 against on the press sequence, the jury, and I cannot tell you if it was 2-1 or 3-0 against, but that was on a majority of the stop sequence. Ana Pinto doesn't care. She wants that bronze, and here she comes. 116. Missed 115 previously. Haifa Al-Nakbi is definitely on the podium in the total lift. That is now secure. She's currently in the gold medal position. She cannot be overtaken by anyone else below her. Who's already had their 3rd attempt. And she can only be overtaken by, well, it's only Amalia Perez and Berta Fernandez. Here's Ana Pinto going for bronze for 116. Here she comes, it's raised up. Happiness from her coaching team. Will it translate into? No, it won't. It's press sequence 2-1 against. Ana Pinto misses out. And because it's 2-1 against, it's their decision as to whether they want to have a word about that. But she didn't get there. She is denied, and she stays in 4th for now. And that only changes if they decide to put in a challenge themselves, a lift challenge, which it does not look as if they wish to do. So we've got 2 remaining. So it is Berta Fernandez who tied her American record earlier with 123. That record then broken with the very next lift by Amalia Perez going to a whopping 128. So now Berta Fernandez with Jefferson with her coach, the Colombia national team coach, has come through this year from Brazil. He's also a qualified referee and has officiated at international competitions as well, but now he's on the other side of the fence. The smelling salts are ready. Berta is being readied.
Our next lifter from
Well, Berta Fernandez, it is a moment of destiny to try and break the America's record again. 123 twice achieved this year by her. Malia Perez gliding past on 128. Berta Fernandez with a big attempt coming of 128 to match the America's record and to try and set up a head-to-head lift. So Berta Fernandez is on the way, and it's not necessarily a thing, but this would be a South American record outright. Malia Perez going to 128 in the middle round. This to match it, to equal the America's record, and to set up a potential head-to-head lift. And would also put her into the gold medal position. In terms of the total lift. For a share of the gold, for a share of the America's record with Amalia Perez. It is a big lift for Berta Fernandez. It is obviously an attempt at a lifetime best as well. Having gone to 123 for the first time in her career in July, then doing it again in the past half hour. This to go beyond it by 5. It is a massive, massive ask for Berta Fernandez. All the time that she can. And it comes down to this, 128. Berta is finding that tough. And the spotters have to come in. And it will be silver for Berta Fernandez. And Amalia Perez is the World Cup winner. Berta Fernandez gave that a brilliant go. The heaviest attempt of her career. She has twice lifted 123 for America's records. And the second time she would lift it, the record within 3 minutes would be whipped away. She could only try that. Otherwise, she would be wondering and wondering. 123 she ends on, and in terms of the total lift, 241. And that is bronze in the total lift for her. Silver for now, Amalia Perez, 250. And currently gold, Haifa Al Nakbi on 269. Al Nakbi could only fall to second because there is another America's record attempt coming from Amalia Perez. Remember, 132 she lifted as an America's record in the 61 kilo weight division. Going for the Legends World Record, the Legends America's record, and the America's record. Pound for pound, surely the best we've ever seen. The most elongated period of domination that we have seen in this sport since 1998, when she won her first world title, and she is looking for the same mark with which she set the 61 kilo world record in St. Louis in July. 5 months ago, 132 for the America's record, for the Legends World Record, and the Legends America's Record too. She has won the gold, and this to win the total gold as well. $250 already lifted, and this for the heaviest ever in this weight category since the weights were redistributed 10 years ago. Well, she's just an awesome competitor. It is brilliant watching her. She was a 25-year-old when she was world champion for the first time. And right now, as I speak, on the 16th of December 2022, she is world champion now. She's World Cup winner now. She's champion of everything except that lift. Never mind. She's already set one definitive America's record today in this. She doesn't get the final attempt. Never mind that, because she's the World Cup winner. She wins silver in the total lift, the gold in that going to Haithal Nakbi of the United Arab Emirates. What an event, what a winner, what a champion. Pound for pound, I would think the best that we've had in this sport, certainly in the women's division, and probably definitively. Well, she set the new America's record in the second round. She went 1 kilo away from the America's record in the first round. She now holds the America's record in multiple weight divisions. And for that, you have to salute this great champion, who is 49 years old and who is showing no signs of abating, of losing interest in this great sport, which has earned her all the accolades, deservedly so. An immense champion, as she is again here. Malia Perez takes the gold. So victory ceremony for the women's 67 kilo final. Another classic. The last event of the day as we reach 7:20 in the evening, having started 9.5 hours ago. The women's 67 kilo final, the medals to be presented by Mr. Tani Jamal Melragad, chairman of the Dubai Club for People of Determination. Well, Maria Costa de Castro with a lift in the middle round of 112, just edged her past Anna Pinto, who had 2 attempts to overtake that at 115 and 116 and missed them both, and there was an appeal as well at the last attempt, but it wasn't called in her favour. So 4th for Anna Pinto, 3rd for Maria Costa in her international debut. Berta Fernandez went into this as the America's champion, which she still is, as the America's record holder, which she no longer is, having equalled a mark of 123 from St. Louis in July. The double America's record holder, if you like, but only had that mantle for 3 minutes because of, well, you know. There is only one Amalia Perez who, with that lift of 128 kilos, breaks the America's Legends record, the World Legends record, and now she is the holder of the definitive America's record in 3 weight divisions: 55, 61 and now 67 kilos. 128 she's lifted today to whip the record away from Berta Fernandez, and the great Amalia Perez wins the gold here for Mexico. The great Amalia Perez, La Reina, and she has a world title to defend on this stage next August at the World Championships, when they come around these parts for the 3rd time. Berta Fernandez will be a big prospect in those World Championships as well. She finished 9th in the 2019 Worlds and didn't make it to the 2021 Championships. Might have been an injury there, come to think of it. And the total lift won by Haifa Al Nakbi of the United Arab Emirates, 269. Amalia Perez the silver in this from Mexico, 250, and Berta Fernandez the bronze on 241 in a competition where we only had one competitor come through with all 3 lifts being successful, and that was Haifa Al Nakbi, and we reached the halfway point of this 12th Fazza World Cup here in Dubai in the Club for People of Determination. We're back again 10 a.m. tomorrow morning Dubai time, 9 a.m. if you're in Doha, 6 a.m. GMT, 7 a.m. Central European time, 8 a.m. Central African time. And if you're somewhere else, whether you can work it out yourself. Until tomorrow morning Dubai time, take care, good night.